Taylor here with Agri Drones, and with me is Josh, the creator of the RoadRunner. We're happy to partner with Josh and RoadRunner to get these units in the hands of farmers and drone applicators across the U.S. Josh, tell us a little bit about the RoadRunner.
Well, I created the RoadRunner to help me and my team be able to tackle really tough, really difficult terrain and be able to get as much product as possible into some really difficult areas. What's been exciting about that is we've also been able to use this to cover big crop country and also allow us to get into some pretty high dollar jobs. So then the cool thing about the RoadRunner is it allows us to get everything that we need in the box of our pickup and allows us to move quickly and easily down the edge of fields.
Perfect. And Josh tells me that RoadRunner is so simple that a dummy like me can figure it out. So that's what I'm going to attempt to show you guys is a full demonstration from a very, very new user here of the RoadRunner. How to set it up, how to get the drone out, how to fill the drone, how to manage batteries, how to run, in the field operation-wise, how to clean out, literally everything we're going to show you. That way you know exactly what this thing does, how simple it actually is, and why you might consider one for your operation. All right, Josh, thanks a bunch.
Thanks, Taylor.
I'm gonna see if I can't screw this up. Okay, so first off, you can see everything does fit in the back of a truck, and that's literally everything. This is a 6.5 foot bed Chevy. We've got the RoadRunner, which has our batteries, our tanks, our chemical, our pump, our generator mounted on the opposite side, and we have our T50. So you're gonna get to the field just like this. You're gonna show up exactly like what we have right now with your drone and your batteries and everything else here. When you pull up to the field, pop in your tailgate, access to your drone. Now we have the T50 in here now, but if you've got a 30, a 20P, a 40, even XAG, it'll fit right here in the back. You can put the tailgate down if you have a larger drone, or up like with the T50, and it fits real nice and tight. A lot of people are worried about getting a drone out of the back of a truck yourself, but with the T50, it is really easy. It's the right height. Pick it up like a hay bale and move it away. And this is actually where you're going to be operating whenever using the RoadRunner, is behind the truck or to the side of the truck. Okay, so now we have the drone out. The next thing we do once we're in the field is fill the tank. So I'll show you guys over here, kind of our operator station. This is where our batteries are stored, kind of our electronics cabinet. And here we've got our charger. We have 2 batteries right there, and we have both of our pumps hooked up and ready to go. So the great thing about the pumps here is they run on 110. This is our main pump here. I can turn it on by pushing that button. It's going to start recirculating back into the main tank right now. And I've got wireless shutoffs, so I can turn that pump off or on here or right there. Really versatile system. The generator is not running right now. Now if we were in the field, we'd be having the generator powering all of this, but since we are at the shop, we just have a cord plugged in, which is great because whenever you pull back into the shop and you need to clean out or you need to fill the tank or agitate product, you don't want to start that generator up and have that ringing in your ear. Plug it in and run it. Okay, so now that our pump is running, this is pressurized. This stays pressurized the whole time. So we're going to pull it out a little bit, unhook right here. This is a quick connect banjo fitting. Really, really easy for transport and for filling the drone. So you just unconnect it right there, pull it out some more. These are locking hose reels, go till it clicks and stops. And these are really, really high quality hose reels too. There's some stuff you can buy off Amazon or online somewhere. That is not this quality. This is really high quality stuff. As you can see, this is a bit different style fill through cap than we normally use. This connects right to our banjo fitting there, and we can start filling the drone right away. Incredibly simple, plus it stays on there. You're not worrying about it coming out and flopping on the ground, spilling chemical everywhere. And again, this stays pressurized, so you don't have to constantly turn on and off your pump. That pump stays running, meaning the longevity of the pump itself is going to be really long. When that pump's turning on and off and on and off, that motor wears out really quickly. And so whenever you keep the pump running, keep it pressurized, not only is it convenient here, but it keeps your pump running a long time. All right, the drone's full. You can pull that off, pop your cap on if you want. You don't have to because it's not like it's going to splash out. pop your cap back on, lock it in place, and you're good to go. Now, when we're operating in the field, we're probably just gonna lay this in the back of the truck, but of course you could put this right back under your clamp, and there you go. All right, so batteries. Batteries are right here. They are, the charger is hooked up directly to 240 volt right through the back. This goes over to the generator. So the charger stays hooked up at all times, meaning you can charge these batteries while you're going down the road. Now, most people are going to be operating with the batteries in here, meaning you're just going to plug your batteries in and pull your batteries out right there. But if you want, there's enough cord that you can take this charger out. You can run it back behind the truck, or you can actually run it back into the cab, just in case it's hot outside, you want air conditioning on your batteries. You can put them in the cab and charge them, or at the back of the truck and charge them, or right here. Very versatile, but yet very simple. And when you're operating, that's literally all you do. It is that simple. You've got your pump always pressurized, you've got your batteries right here, always charging, and you have your drone landing behind the truck. The great thing about landing the drone behind the truck or to the side of the truck or not on a trailer is you operate from the ground, meaning that if you are moving from one location to the next very rapidly, doing really small fields, or even a large field where you have to move down the side of the field the entire time, you don't have to climb down off the top of the trailer and get back in your truck and drive down. You can literally just drive down the road, hop back out, and fill the drone right behind the truck again. So it keeps operator fatigue very low. This is perfect for pasture jobs, small fields. If you're doing kind of invasive species work, we do a lot of that here in Missouri for Missouri Department of Conservation. This is a great platform to get back to the back of the field and be able to transport everything you need in really tight, confined spaces. Let's take a look at a few other features here. I'm gonna go ahead and shut my pump off. I'll grab my remotes. Okay, we'll look at the back of the RoadRunner. We can see we have forklift pockets right there. We were able to pick this up with a forklift, put it back in the back of the truck really easily. Empty, without a generator, it weighs about 840 pounds. Of course, you add a generator to that, you add a full tank of water, and you're looking at about 3,300 or 3,400 pounds, depending on how big of generator that you get. But running a 12,000 watt or 18,000 watt generator even, you're still gonna be under 3,500 pounds, meaning that in pretty much every 3/4 ton pickup, you've got a weight, a payload of 4,000 pounds. You're under that, and most tractors, most skid steers can pick it up even full, pull it out of the truck, put it back in the truck, which is great because this truck doesn't have to just be a drone truck. Pull it out, put it back in the shop, and now you can put a pallet of seed or a pallet of, whatever, plywood, and use it the next day. Now, strapping the RoadRunner in is also very easy. You can see we have a couple of D-rings, one here and then one on the front. That's on both sides. So here we've got a strap going from the back to the front that is pulling the RoadRunner all the way to the cab, tucking it in nice and tight. This is probably all we're gonna do in this truck. However, if you are on a flatbed or a trailer, we do have another set of D-rings up there, so you can crisscross. You can go from that front set back to the back, and then it's locked in tight and it's not gonna move side to side or forward to backwards. As we look at our tanks and our plumbing system on here, it is incredibly simple. So right here is our pump. This pump will fill the drone in about 25 to 30 seconds, so plenty fast enough for efficient operation while it's recirculating. So right here you can see this is our suction side, and this is going to be bringing in product from either our big tank or our small tank. Now, why do we have two tanks on here? Well, if you are mixing product into here, it's nice to have an inductor. That can act as your inductor. So you don't have to lean over and dump product in there. You can either hot batch directly into here, or you can put water in the big tank and then use your inductor tank to pour your product into, and then suck out of that tank into this tank. Now on the outlet side, we also have two options here. Right now it is going back in, going that direction of that hose back into the top of our main tank here. So this is constantly recirculating back into the main tank. However, if you dump 10 gallons of fungicide into that tank, there's gonna be some residue on the outside. You wanna get that cleaned out. And so all you have to do is switch this valve back the other direction, and now you are coming out of your big tank back into your small inductor tank, which you can rinse out, or if you're doing granular product, granular herbicide, let's just say, then you can make a slurry in that tank, suck it out, and then rinse it out back into your big tank. And right here, incredibly simple. Reach through, and you can reach these from the side of the truck very easily, or from the back of the truck very easily. There is a filter incorporated, or a screen incorporated, easy access as well. So if you do get dirty product in there, easy to dump this screen out, clean it out, and everything on the outside of the pump, it always goes to your hose reel. That is always pressurized right there. While we're over here, we can see our generator rack. Now, this is a 9500 Westinghouse generator. This is a bit small for like a T40 or T50, but it does work for smaller jobs at least. However, you can see we have plenty of space available, meaning you can put a 20,000 watt generator on here and be just fine. You can even operate 2 drones with a 20,000 watt generator on here out of the back of this truck. So plenty of space for a generator and easy access. We love generators that have these remote start switches here. This is really nice. So look for one like that. It's very handy. But you can see here, we've actually got our cord unplugged out of the back of our generator. This is our pump cord here. We just plug that into 110 into our shop, and we can run our pumps right from our shop. All right, so if we go around to the back of the truck here, you can see we've got a grate on top. So I'll show what that's for. This is a platform for drone operators to get line of sight. Obviously, if you're operating off of the ground, but you're spraying corn, let's just say, you might be able to see the drone across the field. So that's why we have a really, really simple and easy way to get up to the top. Not just easy, but also safe. There are 4 rails on here. So from here, you can attach a chain or a rope. This is on both sides, actually. Right there, rope across, and now we are OSHA certified. Really good line of sight here from the top of the truck. This is about the same height as a lot of the deck over trailers that a lot of guys are using, just a much smaller platform and a much more mobile platform. From here, we also have our clean water tank. Now, most trailers, most units that you're gonna be looking at don't incorporate one of these, and this is really unique and really important actually. This clean water tank is just for clean water, and there's a completely separate pump right here. This is a 110 pressure pump and a completely separate hose right here. Now, why is this important? Well, rinsing your drone out, obviously, you need clean water, but also what happens if you get chemical on your hands, in your eyes? How do you rinse that off if you don't have a clean water tank? We'll show you that when we get back down to the bottom, because that's a really unique feature. All right, while we're up here, I'm going to show you guys access to your main tank. So we have a really easy locking mechanism with gas shocks right there. That lifts up and stays up. We have access to the top of our tank, a large lid here to get access to our tank. We can dump product directly in here or fill from a hose or anything else right on the top of the tank. But for more convenience, we also have a 2-inch banjo valve. So if you've got a hot mix already loaded, or you have a water tank on site, then you can use a transfer pump, 2-inch hose, which are very standard, and fill your tank very quickly. Also on the other side, we've got, this is a standard garden hose thread right there. And on the inside, you can see it has a rinse. So that's actually gonna spin whenever you've got water running in there. It's actually gonna spin water around and cover the entire inside of your main tank. So whenever you are switching from herbicide to fungicide, clean out is obviously very important. So we can pump out majority of the product, but rinsing out is always a problem. You're always reaching your hand down inside of there, trying to rinse everything out. This makes that not just easy, but a much safer job as well. Hook your garden hose up, turn it on, and let your pump run to rinse out. your product's going to drain from the very bottom of this tank. So your clean out is almost 100% whenever your product's coming from the bottom. Fold that down, lock it in, there you're good to go. All right, one last thing to show you, as long as Josh says that I'm accurate on this. He told me about every feature on this thing, and for how simple it is, honestly, it's extremely, extremely well thought out. So I don't want to miss anything. Okay, so access to our water tank, our freshwater tank, is right here. Again, very high quality hose reel and plenty of hose to reel this out and rinse the drone off behind the truck or to the side of a truck. Drop that down, pull this back up, lock that back in place, and there we have our remote start switch for our freshwater. The pump is on, you can't hear it, but it's pressurized. So as soon as I turn this on, pump turns on. As soon as I turn this off, pump turns off. And a lot of times when you're operating, you can just hang this right about here. And then if you get anything on your hands, on your gloves, and your eyes, come over here, turn that on, and you can wash yourself off quickly and easily. That's about it, guys. You saw everything. Like I said, this thing is really, really simple. The RoadRunner is not only simple, but it fits in the back of a truck, and it's an incredibly thought out, well designed. Congratulations on not just building something that works great, but using something and building a business, doing application. Anything else you have to say?
No, I think you covered everything great, Taylor. I'm just proud and excited to partner with Agri drones.
If you would like to see one of these in the field for yourself, if you want to see one actually operating, Josh has people using these on a daily basis. We will have truckloads of these coming in to our dealer network who'll be able to show you how to use it. We can get these to anyone across the US, and we'd be happy to make your drone operation more efficient. Reach out, let us know. Thanks.